Why do you need the best AI voice generator? There are many reasons. To start, AI is quickly becoming part of everything we do. It won't be long now before more tasks are replaced with AI, and voice is no exception. So learning that skill early can put you ahead of the game. Today, you can now use AI voice generators to make audiobooks or podcasts, potentially earning you money. In this video, we're going to take a look at 8 different voice generators. Listnr, Playht, Elevenlabs, Murf, Synthesia.io, Synthesys, Lovo.io, and Descript. We will bring these top platforms through 4 rounds of brutal voice-to-voice combat. Our first round will be quality of voice and ease of making that voice. Our second round will be pricing, and our last round will be features. Our first 2 rounds will eliminate 3 AI voice generators each, with the last round being a head-to-head comparison between the 2 best providers. The goal of this approach is to have a single provider that you can use to create high-quality audio without putting you into debt. Now, you might be wondering, why would you start with the most important thing? Save the best for last. And I get where you're coming from, but the feature available with this #1 platform will, and is currently, revolutionizing voice AI. What's that feature? You'll have to watch until the end to find out. Also, if you are further encouraged to avoid debt, you can also get discounts for many of the audio generators featured in this video by clicking on the special links in the description. So let's get started by listening to some real fake voices. Round 1, voice quality. Naturally, we will have to get these AI voices something to read. So I've asked ChatGPT to write us a guide on how to eat pudding. Get used to hearing a lot about creamy textures throughout the video. Let's start with Listnr, because that's the first one I mentioned. Its main benefit is for podcast production. With it, you can import RSS feeds from your existing podcast, immediately creating an AI version. We can start with the Try Free Now button on the home screen. From there, you can enter and click the voiceovers tab found on the left-hand dashboard.
There are a lot of things I could talk about, but it would probably sound similar to this.
This is where you actually start creating voices. The voices you can find under the Ultra tab are very high quality, but most of the other voices are meh. The problem I ran into immediately was that there was no clear way to stop the audio. I had to literally refresh the page to move on. And when I tried replaying the audio with another voice, I ran into multiple glitches.
It's creamy.
It also ignored my custom pauses and pronunciations, which made it not a good start. Thankfully, the older version managed to be better at listening. And to be honest, I'm a bigger fan of the simpler interface. So thankfully, I have a recording of my unique pronunciation of pudding.
Poo-doing, with its creamy texture and delectable flavors.
Moving to Playht, you can start by clicking the Try for Free button in the corner, entering your account details, and getting to the dashboard. The dashboard has a few more things here, making it a bit overwhelming. But we're clicking the Create New button in the upper left corner and choosing 2.0. You might think that it would be better to test the 1.0, but I'm of the opinion that if you're willing to release it, it must be ready to sell, because it doesn't stop them from taking your credits. That being said, our findings were that the voice quality was more than satisfactory.
Pudding, with its creamy texture and delectable flavors.
Especially if you want to create an audiobook for cheap. Through this, I discovered that Playht has periods of slowness, as it took me 8 minutes to generate the AI voice on the first go. The next 2 times, it was much faster. The first voice decided to skip the word delightful for some reason.
Eating pudding can be a delight in this audio blog.
But it was only Sarah who skipped it. Mark, the other voice, did just fine.
Eating pudding can be a delightful experience. In this audio blog,
apparently, Sarah is just uncomfortable with the word delightful. The audio quality of the voices was solid, but there were some ticks where you could see the voices were clearly AI generated. But despite some weaknesses, the platform was intuitive to use. Next, we take a look at one of the most popular tools for AI voice generation, Elevenlabs. You can find it in use across major social media platforms. Its popular voice model, Adam, can be found on TikTok in the background of those Reddit story videos. From the start, you can choose a pre-made voice. One of these voices, based on the time of this recording, is Santa Claus. Now, let's see how this unique voice handles our pudding script.
Pudding, with its creamy texture and delectable flavors.
When even its joke voices are this high quality, there's no doubt that Elevenlabs deserves its top billing. Plus, actually making the voice is seamless, and you can get something done in just a few clicks across 27 languages. The only other audio platform that comes close in popularity is Murf. Murf is more detailed in its baseline editor, providing access to all its voices from the free plan. The quality of the voices and the simple modification of them make it ideal for high-quality content like commercials. With this high-quality focus, it created some solid audio for our pudding script, automatically separating each line into different paragraphs. I could also change the pronunciation based on the potential of changing dialects as needed. Here's the delivery of the pudding script with a supposedly angry approach.
Pudding, with its creamy texture and delectable flavors, is a beloved dessert enjoyed by people of all ages.
Since you can hear the grit in his teeth, I'd say it's a high-quality approach. Later, I tried to regenerate it using some other voices, but I ran into some error messages. If you're looking for something that helps you generate videos, Synthesia might be your preference. I reviewed our best AI video generator list, where it received top billing for its natural AI avatars and high-quality voices. In that video, you might recall us talking about Bob's Pizza. Pizza party! So if you prefer pizza over pudding, you might prefer our next video showing off what Synthesia can do. Without getting too far into it, the video editing aspect is simple. And while the audio quality is great, it takes a backseat to video editing. But I can't deny its excellence, which is why there's certainly a discount link that you can find in our video description if you want an AI video editor that specializes in avatars. Another competing video generation platform with a very similar name is Synthesys. Much like Synthesia, it's known for high-quality voices and AI avatars. And one thing it has above Synthesia is a free trial. Synthesys has a much simpler video editor, trading it for a bit more audio and text editing. Within the platform, you can translate the text, change the speed, and adjust the pitch, but you won't find as much emphasis as you would with tools like Murf. Also, the main dashboard for Synthesys is too blocky for my tastes, but it's simple to get where you need to go. Before we move on, let us know in the comments, do you prefer your audio platforms with or without video features? Returning to our focus on voice, let's take a look at Lovo.ai. Lovo offers 400 voices, providing excellent variety for compelling audiobook voices. You can also get automatic subtitling, making Lovo ideal for explainer videos. The interface is also built in both a simple and advanced form. So stick with something simple if you prefer, or dig into the advanced features. I prefer the advanced form because it isn't too complex and offers more features like AI writing. Here's what it sounds like.
Pudding, with its creamy texture and delectable flavors, is a beloved dessert enjoyed by people of all ages.
You'll notice the ability to switch between multiple voices in the audio track. Our one problem, the system is prone to some errors, failing to import our custom pronunciation. Our next stop returns to the realm of the really popular Descript. Unlike these other platforms, Descript is meant for a complete empire of sound and video. Its script-based video editor, which you're seeing now, is an amazing alternative to Adobe Premiere Pro. Instead, if you want to use Descript's AI voice system, also known as its AI speaker, you must record your own voice. Descript gives you a line to authorize the speaker's use. Repeating it lets it try and duplicate your voice, so you can use it if you can't record your own audio. This also means no pre-made voices. It took a few minutes to generate, and one of our back-end writers diligently offered his own voice for judgment. Let's see what Descript can do with a single line.
Pudding, with its creamy texture and freedom gibber.
Descript replaces random words with gibber and jabber, attempting to limit your vocabulary to encourage you to pursue more expensive plans and more vocabulary. And given that I've never heard the writer's voice, I will have to agree with the script and say it's pretty accurate. As far as the editor goes, there are fewer features than you get with premium AI audio generators. But you can slice and edit the text, much like the video editing platform. The only problem is that you need a Windows desktop to access the non-beta version of the editor, which means you'll be reminded to download the desktop version every time you switch to a new screen. So, after a review of these top providers, we found that the three eliminated from this round are Listnr, Playht, and Synthesys. This leaves Synthesia, Descript, Lovo, Murf, and Elevenlabs for our round 2. Round 2, pricing. When we first dig into pricing, it's worth noting that only one of these platforms doesn't offer a free version, Synthesia. But while Synthesia doesn't offer free pricing, it offers good rates as a video platform, ranging from $22 to $67 per month if you pay annually. By comparison, Descript, which is also a video editing platform, varies from free to $24 per user per month under its Pro plan. Like Synthesia, you pay for extra features, but Descript is more reasonable. Of course, Descript's video editing platform isn't AI based. Also, its 1,000 word vocabulary limit sticks around until you pay for the most expensive version of the software. Murf also starts for free and charges per user, varying from $19 to $75 per user per month if you pay annually. Monthly plans are about $10 higher, with voice generation limits of 24 to 48 hours per user per year. You also get access to 8,000 soundtracks to help enhance your audio. Elevenlabs offers the most flexibility in pricing, charging anywhere from $1 to $330 a month under its basic plans. Its cheapest plan, which is limited to 30,000 characters per month, is more of a trial mode for those planning on generating a lot of dialogue. But with character generation in the millions under premium plans, you've got a lot of scalability potential here. And finally, we have Lovo, which is similar to Murf in pricing, from $24 to $75 per user per month, but those are introductory prices. Lovo's second year will see your prices double, but you get slightly more voice generation per month, ranging from 24 to 60 hours, depending on your plan. With this quick pricing review, it's clear that Lovo, Descript, and Synthesia have the least appealing pricing options out of the three. Also, if you're concerned about costs, I've got a special link for many of the top providers on the list in the video description. Of course, if you want to find out which provider is the best, you'll need to stick around for a bit longer in our comparison between Murf and Elevenlabs. Round 3, Murf versus Elevenlabs. Who has the best features? Starting with Murf, you can expect background soundtracks, access to 120 voices, and 20 languages, a collaborative workspace, built-in voice-changing features, commercial rights usage, and soundtracks to help enhance your audio. All of this is built into the editor, which you can compare to Elevenlabs to see major detail differences. But ultimately, if you're looking for one feature to beat them all, it's voice cloning. Elevenlabs has a built-in voice cloning feature, enabling you to copy up to 10 voices on the entry-level plan, and more beyond. This means you can record yourself on your regular weekly podcast and automate it regularly. Elevenlabs also has a community that shares voice clones with each other. This means you can either take a fairly unique voice you find in the library or make your own. Elevenlabs also has built-in video dubbing, letting you upload videos directly to sites like TikTok, Vimeo, or YouTube, translating it automatically. From here, it's clear to see that Elevenlabs has earned its title of the best AI generator on the market. That's why you can get an awesome discount on it in our video description. Now, none of the AI audio generators on this list are outright bad. It's a best of list after all. And if you want more lists like this one, I'd love it if you liked our video and subscribed to our channel. The Cyberlab is trying to expand into new areas, and we want your input on its future. Speaking of the future, that future is today. You can find it in our sister review of the best AI video editors right here.